Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Desert Owl Crafting. I'm Christy. How are you today? I hope you all are doing great and that you're having a good week. What I have for you today is an unbagging from One Day Savings. They sent me a few items to review, so I wanted to share them with you. Before we start, a huge hello to all my subscribers, old and new. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my channel. It's really appreciated. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe maybe if you haven't. Think about it. I am really happy to be back making these videos again. I've really missed it. Thank you for hanging in there and waiting for me to put something new out. Had to go up to Las Vegas yesterday and run some errands. That was pretty much an all-day trip. Was so glad to be home. So that's kind of what I've been up to, and just trying to reorganize my craft room. Get things together for giveaways, because those are going to be here before I know it. I wanted to do it last month, but then had an emergency, couldn't do it. So giveaways will be this month. So let's get started on this. I really like One Day Savings. If you have not gone to their website, I will have a link down below. They have also given me a discount code for my subscribers. It is Desert05 off, and the off has to be in capitals. I'll have that on the screen, and I will also have it in the in the description down below. Now they offer diamond painting and cross stitch. They have a special right now where you get free shipping over $50, I believe. Now this I absolutely loved. This has the Joy Sunday logo up here at the top, but it doesn't say Joy Sunday. It's with cotton thread. And this is called Sea View Girl, and if I had my way, I would be her right now. Doesn't that look beautiful and calming and relaxing? And I just think that's a beautiful picture. It is 14 count, 2 strands, 27 by 34 centimeters, so it's not going to be real big. The beauty about this packaging is that you get everything on the back. I'll go up just a little higher so you can see it. All the instructions you need if you've never cross-stitched before. Gives you everything you need here, diagrams of the stitches, how to cross-stitch, and how to soak off the stamped ink. And I've done it. It comes off really easy. I really love the fact that they don't just give you a piece of paper. They actually give you some great instruction here. So let's move that out of the way. Let's take a look at it. Nice reusable pouch also, so that you can, when you're not working on this, you can stick everything back in the pouch again to keep it nice. So let's look at this without the glare. That is so pretty. Such a pretty picture. It'll be fun to do. So it's 109 stitches. It tells you that, by 100 wide by 148 stitches tall. This has 39 full stitch colors and 5 back stitch colors. As you can see, there's a lot of back stitch in this, but that's just going to add more detail to your picture and make it more beautiful. So the pattern is broken down into four pages. Yeah, there's a lot of back stitching, but oh my goodness, there's so many big areas of color blocking on here. There's not a whole heck of a lot of confetti, really. You've got the picture here to look at. Let's check out the canvas and look at the size of it. You know, after getting those snow bunnies done that I showed you, I am really liking these smaller canvases. They're just so much easier to work with. Okay, so here she is. Let me get a measurement on her, because we've got the centimeters. Let's get it in inches. So the actual picture itself is about 7 3/4 inches wide by not quite 10.5 inches long. It is really easy to see. It's printed nice and clearly, and I like the fact that the colors don't bleed into other squares. They stay in their place, so there's no confusion. But if there is, like, you'll be using this pattern for referral for the back stitching. But if you have a question about any of these other areas, that's what this is for. It's totally gridded on the top and the bottom, along with the item number, in case you need to get back to One Day Savings and with any questions. And this pattern is also gridded along the sides and the top, so if you need to find an area, you can find it really easily. So I really like this. This is so little as far as the big ones that I have. Be so easy to hold and do. Now it's stiff, but it will soften up as you work on it, or you can just scrunch it up in a ball and release it a couple times. It'll soften up a lot. You can put it in a hoop or a Q-snap if you want, but I find it's easier for me to just hold these in my hand. You have the legend down here on the bottom and along the sides. It's the back stitch legend. Now these symbols here for the legend will match the symbols on... Oh, they're not going to match. Sorry, I was wrong about that. So for instance, let's go with number 14 here. So number 14 is the color green on here, but they don't use colors on the actual pattern. So number 14 would be a capital D. So anywhere you see a capital D, like right here on her skirt, is where you will do number 14, which is right here, number 14, and it's got the corresponding color here. So easy to do. It's just nice not to have it all right in front of you. Now your threads are not going to match these colors, and it's for contrasting reasons so that they're easier to see. This comes with 2 needles. It's marked 14 count. You have your floss organizer here, and being that it's small, you're not going to get how should I say this? Sorry, I can't talk. You're not going to need a whole lot of floss. It's 14 count. These are 6-strand floss. You'll divide it up and use 2 strands at a time. Really beautiful colors with the blues, the ocean colors, a lot of pinks. I'm sure that's probably her dress. Her hair, let's see, what color is her hair? Looks brown in the picture. Let's see, I'm just curious to see what color her hair is. A lot of G. So what's G? G17. Okay, so these colors would be for her hair. Very nice floss. I also like that this pattern, or this canvas, has serged edges, so you don't need to worry about it unraveling while you're working on it. But yeah, has anybody else gotten this kit? It's similar. It looks like the same design in similarity to the Girl in the Lavender Fields kit that I showed you a couple weeks ago, and some of you said you were working on. But yeah, I think that's really pretty. I think that'll turn out really, really well. Very, very happy with that. Now, I kind of like these a lot. These are thread organizers. So if you wanted to take some of your thread off of this cardboard organizer and move it over to here, you could. All the spots are numbered for you. They sell so many of these. Now this was $2.59, and this Sea Girl kit was $6.11, I believe. That's not expensive at all. Not at all. For a total and complete kit, I think the only thing you would need would be a threader, and if your eyes are as bad as mine, and some scissors. So here, this is nice balsa wood, and you know, they're not expensive. And sometimes I know that I have pulled thread a little too hard, maybe on the, not on these teardrop ones, but on the ones, and it's a big wad of, not a wad, but a big group of a color, and I've pulled it out and I've ripped it. But if you moved some of them over to here, area that you're working on, yeah, it's not going to break anything. And I just thought that was really pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, I've got one more kit here to show you. And this is the peonies. Look at that picture. Now I've got it upside down, sorry. Look at that picture. It's just beautiful. If you like flowers. This is an 18 count. And they had all those pretty, like, you know, Winter Wonderland and all those kind of pictures for 18 count, but they're adding to it. I've seen this picture around in like 14 and 11 count. I wanted to give it a try with 18. You've got the same directions on the back of this that you have on the other package. And this is also a stamped canvas. Now it suggests you start in the center of your canvas. I don't. We've got, I start wherever I want, and you can too. There's no right or wrong way. So we've got some hanks of beautiful colors here. We've got pinks and like a light brown, dark brown, ivory, tan. Beautiful colors of floss. Let's look. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. And I tell you, the pinks in this are just so vibrant. Now, it's nice that they wrap everything up so nicely, but I'll get them tangled somehow. Now, 18 count is small, but I'll tell you what I do. I have a table in the living room next to my chair, and it's just one of those fold-up tables. I got it at Walmart. I mean, it's actually not ugly, and it was only like $15. And I put it next to my chair, and then I put a magnifying light on it. So that's got an arm. It's kind of like, let's see, can I show you this one? Because I have one on my desk too. And then that way I can move it in front of where I'm working, and I have no problem seeing. I mean, I use it for 14 count. I use it for 11 count too. I just use it all the time, and I have it there for diamond painting. And when you're working, and let's say it's in the evening time and it's not real, you don't have any natural light coming in, it really, really helps. I found mine on Amazon. They're not expensive, and they're solid. They are not flimsy, and they definitely last. Or even an OttLite is great too. You can get those on. I got mine on sale at Michael's, I think. And they work fantastic to be able to see what you're doing. And if I didn't have those lights, I wouldn't be cross-stitching. I just wouldn't be able to see it. So the colors here are gorgeous. We've got reds and pinks and more pinks and greens and probably every shade of pink there is. Some beautiful light peach colors. Very, very, very soft floss. Very soft floss. Really, really like that. Oh, this will be fun to do. Now it comes with, because it's a different manufacturer than the last one, this comes with a paper pattern that's really good size. So up here it tells you that it's 283 stitches across, 212 stitches up and down. It's got the item number. It says 18 count. This one doesn't have a QR code, but I think that what I don't like is the fact that these colors in here, there's no grid lines through them, which I think are important, because if you look over here, I mean, yeah, I know they're all one color, but they could have put a white line through that. There is quite a bit of confetti, but then there's some good sized sections with color blocking. That's why these numbers are up here, to let you know that whole yellow is number 25. Oh, this is so pretty. I like the pattern. I like the fact that it's big. It's got your legend over here on the side, so we've only got 28 colors in this. These are the symbols to correspond. So this red area here would be number 7, which is DMC code 814. I love the fact that all these kits have the DMC codes on here, just like diamond painting does. And really quickly, I did get a comment from someone saying that by these companies using DMC codes, whether it be cross stitch or diamond painting, that it was copyright infringement against DMC because you're using their codes. Well, I emailed DMC to clear it up, and we spoke back and forth a couple times, and they said no, DMC codes are free for anybody to use. It is not infringement on DMC in any way at all. They have not copyrighted their DMC codes. They want people to use them, which is really makes sense. It's a benefit to them. So if, let's say you're using this 814 and they give you, let's find it, they give you a bunch but you run out, well, as long as you keep an eye open on the shade, because of lot die numbers and stuff, you could go and replace this with DMC code number 814, not replace, but add to it. I would just be, be real sure that the colors match up, because sometimes it could just be a little titch off. And then you could finish. You could also contact the seller, which in this case is One Day Savings, and they'll help you out if you run out of thread. Let's look at the pattern. Now you get 2 needles over here. This is printed very nicely. I am not seeing that any of printing in the squares is going over into any other squares. So this is done really nicely. I did have a problem with some of them when they first were coming out with 18 count, how a symbol would be printed, but it would be just a little bit over into another square, and I emailed some people about that. Excuse me, and they've gotten a lot better about it. So you have your legend here with your colors. Here's that 814, which would go in here. Again, same DMC code. No serging on the edges here. So as you can see over here, it is already starting to unravel. I guess I could do a baste all the way around, or just get some tape. That's what we used to do in the old days, right? Masking tape all the way around to keep it from unraveling. Let's get a measurement really quickly on this. If I could find that tape measure. Where did I put that? Here we go. Okay, so if we want to see what size this is, because we know it's 50 by 40 centimeters, in inches it's going to be about 15¼ inches wide by 11¾ So the higher the count is, as far as size wise, like 18 count this is, which is 18 squares per inch, your picture is going to be smaller. Excuse me. If this was an 11 count, where it's 11 squares per inch, then your picture would be, of course, a lot bigger. But this is beautiful. This is going to be really pretty to do, and I have always loved this picture, so I think it's going to turn out really well. Now, One Day, this picture was $13.78. Because they're more squares, I think they give you more floss, and I do find that the 18 counts are a little bit more expensive. I'm thinking that's the reason. Just beautiful floss here. The colors are just gorgeous. The fluffiest flowers, they're just so fluffy. These and hydrangeas, I think, are my favorite. They do have a special of spend $50, you get 2 free gifts, free shipping over $50. They do have an under $4 section. They have a Joy Sunday section. And I did give you that discount code. So also, if you live in a country other than the United States and you have value-added tax added to your order, when it comes into your country, One Day Savings will pay that tax. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I will be talking to you soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Bye.